Going live, going live. How is everyone going live? Thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs up. It's your Black C-SPAN here, Lawyer Henderson TV. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that cash out. $ Lawyer Henderson 40. Like, share, and subscribe, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Hope y'all hear me. Last feed they said was low when I did the commentary on Young Dolph. They said that was I couldn't hear anything, so we'll do that one possibly either tomorrow or on Monday. Man, we got a lot of things to talk about. So everyone, come on in. Everybody, come on in. Tonight is going to be the night we basically spit real game. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. So it might take us about 3 hours tonight. Can you hold on there with me? Thumbs up. Come on in the room. Okay. As you know, ScrewTube they have been so lying. The white supremacists have been coming into our comment sections. These folks are desperate, man. And the white supremacists have taken a lot of L's this year, actually, this month specifically. Man, we're talking about a lot of police officers, a lot of white males on trial. And basically on trial because a lot of them have been getting away with a lot of crimes. See, it's not like it's a black man, of course, who you got to go back some 30 years like Cosby and just dig up something against him. You know, these white males basically have been getting away with a lot of crimes lately, but the white supremacists don't want it to be what we focus on, okay? And ScrewTube continues to mess up my connection here. But let's go ahead and before we get into our topic of the day, we got some breaking news here. Malcolm X's daughter, Malika Shabazz, was found dead in her Brooklyn home. This was reported on November the 23rd. And this was in Brooklyn. She said Malika Shabazz, the daughter of Malcolm X, was found dead in her Brooklyn home Monday, according to police. Authorities said that the 56-year-old Shabazz was found just after 4 p.m. inside the Midwood home on East 23rd Street by her daughter. The death does not appear suspicious, the police commissioner Dermot Shea said. She had been ill for some time. At this point in time, working with other authorities, the medical examiner, and speaking to the family, she had been ill for a period of time, he told PIX, and at the point, nothing appears suspicious, end quote. Police are absolutely not looking for a suspect, he added. Family members told first responders that she had possibly experienced food poisoning earlier in the day. We are investigating any of the cause of death as pending the final result of additional testing. Julie Balser, a spokesman of the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, told ABC News, but the death does not appear to be suspicious following the initial interview. Bernice King, daughter of Martin Luther King Jr., took to Twitter saying, "I'm deeply saddened by the death of Malika Shabazz." I don't know if this was the one that they said that tried to put a hit on Farrakhan. I don't know if this was the daughter. But rest in peace to Malcolm X's daughter. She was 56. I think this is one of the youngest one. Rest in peace and power. The late, great Malcolm X and his daughter. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, we have the judge in Amber Guyger rejected her appeal. Okay. So the white supremacists are getting L's all over the place, guys. We love this. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the cash out. And a lot of people are asking, are we going to start the phone system back? We may. But guys, Amber Guyger lost her appeal. Judge reject Amber Guyger's appeal for a reduced sentence for the second time. See, they just didn't block her appeal for the first time. See, what she was thinking is that she was going to get off for good behavior, or she was thinking that her appeal was going to work based upon her conviction. And the judges said, nah, you're still in jail. So the white supremacists, they're taking an L. But let's go ahead and read what they were saying here. They said the Texas Appeals Court on Thursday upheld the murder conviction of former Dallas police officer who was sentenced to prison for fatally shooting her neighbor in his home. A panel of 3 state judges ruled that Dallas County jury has sufficient evidence to convict Amber Guyger of murder in 2018 shooting of Bolton John. The decision by the 5th Texas Court of Appeals in Dallas means Guyger, who turns 33 on Monday, will continue to serve her 10-year prison sentence and largely dashes her hope of having the 2019 conviction overturned. She would be eligible for parole in 2024 under her current sentence. The ruling comes in a case that drew national attention because of the strange circumstances and because it was one in a string of shootings of black men by white police officers. The appeal court justices did not dispute the basic facts of the case. Guyger, returning home from the long shift, mistook John's apartment for her own, which was one floor directly below his. Finally, the door ajar. She entered and shot him, later testifying that she thought he was a burglar. John, a 26-year-old accountant, had been eating a bowl of ice cream before Guyger shot him. She was later fired from the Dallas Police Department. The Dallas Guyger's appeal hung on a claim that her mistake in John's apartment for her own was reasonable, and therefore, so too was the shooting. Her lawyer asked that the appeals court acquit her of the murder or substitute any conviction for criminality negligent homicide, which carries a lesser sentence. Now, see, first of all, Amber Guyger knew that that was not her apartment because basically, remember, she kept on banging on the door, talking about let me in. See, she was, like I said, one of those people who, just because she was wearing a badge, she was basically trying to control the neighbors as far as them having their music up and stuff like that. So this woman thought that she was going to lie and cry her way out of this. And thank God that the appeals court saw right through her lies. So did we in the black media. Because, see, we in the black media, we've been telling you all about this for a very long time. And this is good. White supremacists are taking an L. So we've been looking at all of these cases, and basically we've had a lot of, like I said, white police officers going to jail. ScrewTube has been messing with our channels. ScrewTube has been so much upset with my channel specifically because we basically tell you the truth over here. You know how they lie talking about, oh, it's not nobody sitting in no control room looking at your video. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because they want us to play that minority game. And we don't play that minority game here on the black media. And we try to tell the white supremacist media that we're just giving a alternate opinion of what you all are saying in the national media. That's all. And y'all are upset with us for doing that. Why? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Speaking of the white supremacists having losses, at the same time that they were rejecting Amber Guyger's appeal, don't you know that a white Missouri officer who was found guilty of killing a black man back in 2019 happened in Arkansas City? Missouri police believe that police detective what's this? How you say this dude's name? Let's go to the article right quick, guys. thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. See, after she got her pill denied, we basically had another police officer in Missouri been found guilty. Yeah. Jackson County Circuit Court Judge Dale Young announced the verdict Friday. See, he thought this detective Eric D. Valcanier thought that since he was not going to take a jury trial but take a bench trial, he still was found guilty. So he was found guilty after the 4-day trial wrapped up on November 12th. So while Amber Guyger was out here trying to get an appeal, we had the Ahdmaud Arbery case, which we'll get into in a minute, and we had Rittenhouse. And basically, this case was also going on in Missouri. Okay. So we had a lot of stuff. Like I said, a lot of stuff is going on. And I want y'all to pay attention out there to what's going on. So that is one of your other news we had to get out there. Malcolm X's daughter, rest in peace, found dead. Also, white Missouri officer, detective, let's go back to that guy's name. He took a bench trial thinking that the judge was going to be on call with him. That judge said, nah, A Jackson County grand jury indicted Delvenier in June 2020, and he was charged with first-degree involuntary manslaughter and armed criminal action, which are both felonies. Friday, the judge announced that the court found I can't say this dude's name for nothing. Devonier guilty of both the lesser charge of second-degree involuntary manslaughter and armed criminal action. Young's ruling focused primarily on whether or not Devonier and his partner had right to be on the property. So the white supremacists have been taking an L. That's another white detective who at least are going to spend some time in jail. He might just get 10 years like Amber Guyger because he's been found guilty on the lesser charge. But I think the charge with the first degree involuntary manslaughter, like I said, he might just get up back. That's up to 10 years. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. So a lot of people saying, hey, when are you going to bring back your phone action so we can talk with you on the Lawyer Henderson podcast show? Man, I'm thinking about it, man. But y'all don't know how we be going in on these white supremacists. See what they've been basically riding on is our ignorance and our foolishness and our cowardice not to fight back. But I think that the younger black generation, I think that they really is holding the screen on as far as fighting back and then identifying the white supremacists. See, you're not supposed to identify who these folks are. But see, they've been just blatant racist though, you see. And that's the reason why we are just, one by one, we are finding out who they are. And the channel ScrewTube is not going to share our podcasts. They're not going to share anything that we have to do because they know they have taken an L. They are the same white supremacists as well in the media, you see, and they basically is upset. They're just upset. Okay. So before we get to Kyle Rittenhouse, the title is that there's new rules to the game. The Kyle Rittenhouse trial. And there are new rules, and we'll get to those rules in a minute. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and to leave your comments. We're going to go into Ahmaud Arbery's case here. And the white supremacists, they've been taking so many L's. They've been really focused on how they're taking L's. Tucker Carlson and all these other white supremacists, they're not basically happy at this point. Okay. Travis, all right, so we're going on to Ahmaud Arbery's killing. The 3 men in his killing have been found guilty. Travis McMichael His father, Gregory McMichael, and Willie Roddy Bryan have been on trial over the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, a black man who was fatally shot while out for a run last year in Georgia. Okay, and we talked about this before, but ScrewTube had my video put on silence. Okay, so what we have to understand is that these people have a hatred for the new voices of black media, and that is deliberate, and we like that. But see here, Black C-SPAN and the Like Henderson podcast show, the number one podcast show in Atlanta, what we have been telling folks is that we are being on cold. Black folks is no longer taking this lie, this manipulation the white supremacists like to take on. We've been on cold, man. All right, NPR, thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Let's give credit to NPR's Jacqueline Diaz, Merritt Kennedy, who's wrote a title in their article called American Reckons with Racial Injustice. You see, now it gets us upset because we have to always hear this black and minority crap. You understand? And they have to change us into minorities so that they can continue to rule as a majority. But what we're saying is, no, we're the only one as Black Americans who's been fighting white supremacy global. All the other ones have not been. You think that they're going to basically stop from trying to make sure that they don't continue to take an L? Because that's exactly what they're trying to do. But yeah, into the case before we get to Kyle Rittenhouse. 3 white men are found guilty of murder in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. The 3 white men who chased down and killed Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man who was jogging through their Georgia neighborhood last year, were all found guilty of murder charges. The high-profile shooting and then 10 weeks it took for the law enforcement to make the first arrest galvanized racial injustice protests in the summer of 2020. It's been a long fight. It's been a hard fight. But God is good, Ahmaud mother Wanda Cooper Jones said Wednesday afternoon outside the Glenn County Courthouse in Brunswick, Georgia. I never thought this day would come, she added, saying her son will now rest in peace. After the judge read the first guilty verdict, a whoop ran out of the courtroom. Long time coming, the person later identified as Arbery's father, Marcus, exclaimed as the judge expelled him from the courtroom. Father and son, Greg McMichael, 65, and Travis McMichael, 35, and their neighbor, William Roddy Bryant, 52, all faced the same 9 criminal charges in Georgia state court. 1 count of malice murder, 4 counts of felony murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and 1 count of false imprisonment and 1 count of criminal attempt to commit a felony. They pleaded not guilty, all in court. Okay. Jurors found all 3 men guilty of nearly all the counts against them. Travis McMichael was found guilty of all 9 counts. Greg McMichael was found not guilty of 1 more of malice murder. And Bryant was found not guilty of 1 of the malice murder, 1 count of felony murder, and 1 count of aggravated assault. As the verdict were read, Travis McMichael appeared largely emotionless and eventually left out the site. Greg McMichael dropped his head at the first guilty verdict against him. Bryant wore a pained frown as his verdict were read aloud by Superior Court Judge Timothy Wasley. Prosecutors have said that they intend to seek life in prison without parole for the 3 defendants. The date of their sentencing has not yet been scheduled yet. When you present the truth to people and they can see it, they will do the right thing. Lead prosecutor Linda Danoski, I can't even say the word here. Danoski, Dunikoski. Okay, let's do it that way. said, and that's what this jury today is getting, justice for Ahmaud Arbery. Okay. Now let's just be clear. As we know, in the black media, we teach you all not to celebrate early. Okay. We teach you all to not celebrate early unless you are also outside trying to get other black people who are working with the white supremacists to keep us downward. Okay. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, family. Like, share, and subscribe. But it goes on to say that Arbery, an avid runner, was jogging through the Centilla Shores neighborhood in Glenn County on February 23rd, 2020, when the Michaels spotted him and pursued him in a Ford F-150 pickup. Bryant later joined the chase, which the prosecutors said lasted 5 minutes. In a Chevy Silverado truck, Travis McMichael approached Arbery with a shotgun, and after a brief struggle, fatal shot him. Arbery's death is viewed by many of racial motivated and just in trial as mother testified case for racial justice. His family had described it as a modern day lynching. The activists point into example of what the suspicion faced in the U.S. while doing everything else. Okay. Notice we're looking at this and we're going, wait a minute. You see, the